Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the number 9 seed in the playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looks over the middle, and that's complete.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations. And they're easy completions for the quarterback.
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Football comes out, and the defense jumps on the football. And he's got some room to work. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. A fumble return for 6.
Oh, my gosh. That looked like a great play. The receiver just drops the football. Clearly made the catch. The ball's on the ground, and how about the defense? Instead of just bouncing on it, they had the presence of mind to pick it up and go the other way for a touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 8. Good coverage there. Bad decision to bring it out. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? The pass rush closing in. It's an out route. The catch made. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field. Getting set. Here's second down. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. Moving right through the contacts. He's tackled after a big gain. Picks up a first down. Great execution on the option.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
The Longhorns are looking to keep this drive going. A quick throw out left, complete. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see and kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. They're going to run the option. Pitches to the back. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns. Kicking team on now for the extra point. And there's the point after. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Now they'll run it on the toss. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run the option. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Snags the quick throw. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Already got the 1st down, but looking for more yardage. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
That was an impressive effort here by the safety to use his speed and effort to get to that football where it was headed. Secondary coach has got to be proud.
Texas offense comes back out on the field. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Offense in a split backfield now. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this open court. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Finds an open target on the left side. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down.
Now there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he could get the yards after the catch, enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
The ball near midfield. The head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Ball carrier running through tackles. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. What I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas. Extra point try coming now. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Texas. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the TCU offense takes the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Second down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Trying to extend the play.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back, get the first down on this third and short, see what you can do from here.
And the Horned Frogs pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They're going to run it here. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
And the Horned Frogs begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. The 30, past the 20. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Longhorns. And the interception taken to the house, a pick 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. And it's field, the returner trying to create good field position here. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crosses the 30. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Out past the 30. At the 10. Touchdown, Texas Christian. It was a foot race and he won it. Lining up to try the extra point. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. It's a run to the left. And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's running out of time here. He's going to pull it down and run. He'll avoid this sack, but is brought down after a short gain. Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Hit as he released it. He's got it for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
And the tackle is made. The defense saying, not this time. They got burned in the scramble last time. They bring him down pretty quickly here. Offense getting set. It's second down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. And he's got it. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Boy, this defense looks like they are confused, and they should be. This wide receiver is putting on a clinic here in the first half. He sees blood in the water right now, and he's got over 100 yards in the first half already.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a line.
And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Short pass finds the tight end. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now it's 2nd down here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Tackled after a short return at the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone. There's like one more play here before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Longhorns will kick this away to begin the second half. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. The Horned Frogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Will hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this fourth down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
Grab down the middle. It's Brooks. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain deep into plus territory. They'll spot it near the 30. And the Horned Frogs looking to keep this drive rolling.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends that are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
He bought some time, now lets it go. Receiver makes the grab. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs. And the Horned Frogs starting a new series here on 1st and 10. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. As a design quarterback keeper. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. The Horned Frogs will line up here on 1st down and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, TCU. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. When they try the middle, but stuff for no gain. The Longhorns come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Tackle made after just a short gain. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets rid of it on the move. And it's caught. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. He cannot be serious. The head coach going for it. Backed up to his own end zone. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Running with purpose. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. You guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And it's complete downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a big gain. This offense is ripping the defense apart today.
Well, when you get a one-on-one opportunity, you got to cash in on it. And this Texas receiver makes a great play to be able to come up with a big gain. This defense cannot just load up on the run game and the quarterback and leave these receivers one-on-one.
24, TCU, 21.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the option play. The back's got it on the pitch. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Oh, that's exactly what you don't want to do as a running back here in the fourth quarter. Working with the lead, it's all about eating up that clock and keeping the ball on the ground, which they tried to do. But now he stops the clock by going out of bounds.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Well, Chris, obviously, they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop, and they get the...
Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Or throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is, and they do a good job of it right here.
And they finally make the stop, but a huge gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory down at the 49.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
They're finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him. And the Horned Frogs hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Look at him run through those tacklers. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And the Horned Frogs will have first and 10 here. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. Will he score here? Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They jump in front here in the fourth.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
And they tack on the extra point. kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. The Longhorns offense takes the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Quarterback looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Here's the second down play. They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. Fighting off the defender. And the defense is there to smother him. They were all over the option play that time. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Oh, they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. 4th down. 4th quarter, game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Horned Frogs enter the final minute of play, just hoping to run the clock out now. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Defense are going to keep the pressure up on this 3rd down. Quarterback drops back. Bringing pressure. He eludes the rush. Looking to scramble now. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the 1st down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Running out of time in the pocket. Extending the play now. Now, he didn't make it. He's going to be tackled short of the marker. A huge stop by this defense. On 4th down, they get the football back here in this tight game. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play too passive. Heads out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. From the shotgun, drops back. And looking for a big play here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Catch made on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That is perfect execution there. Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it deep. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game and a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship